How do we understand?
That's just simply not true, but go ahead.
I'll yield to the chairman if you want to take some more time.
No.
Well, you can use your time.
Are you saying the bank statements are Russian disinformation, that the Bidens took $9,000 from
Oh, I
China?
agree. You've been talking about
Tony
bank
Bobulinski
statements for
said
more
it
than a
was
year, but they don't show anything other than there was no crime.
So
What
it's
do your bank
okay. It's
statements
okay
show?
for, as Tony Bobulinski said, for China to bribe Joe Biden's family with $9 million.
But that's the lie that's been discredited. I mean, where is your impeachment investigation? If Joe Biden took a $9 million bribe from China, why aren't you impeaching him for that?
Well, who says we're not?
Well, I can invite Mr. Moskowitz to come back in. Do you want to move for impeachment today? Because I thought that was your main agenda item. You said it was the paramount priority of the committee.
No, this is a hearing on China, and you all have an obsession with Russia and Trump. It's disturbing.
We can talk about China and Trump or Russia and Trump.
You need therapy, Mr. Raskin.
No. You need therapy. You're the one who's involved with the deranged politician, not me, okay? I've divorced myself from Donald Trump a long time ago. You're the one who needs to disentangle from that situation. And I will tell you this. If you believe that it would have been illegal for Joe Biden to take $5 million from Ukraine, it certainly would have been. What do you think about Donald Trump taking more than $5 million from the Chinese government while he was president?
Well, we know that Donald Trump had a legitimate business that he talked about and he campaigned on.
The legitimate business was the White House.
What business,
he sold the White House.
Oh, give me a break.
He was
what business was what business were the Bidens in? Well, what business did Joe Biden's family own? What business were they in? Did they have hotels? Did they have a social media company? Did they have golf courses? Did they have casinos? Did they have office buildings?
Mr. Chairman.
What business? Did they have an energy
Mr.
company?
Chairman, we have spent tens of millions of dollars pursuing Joe
that is
Biden,
not
and you have not
true.
identified
That is
a single
lie.
crime.
You are
Really?
lying. That
Really?
is a lie. We have not spent $10 million.
Hey, how much have you spent?
We haven't spent hardly anything.
Oh, it's been for free. Okay. All right. Well, in any event, you know what? Then we get what we paid for it because you got nothing. You got nothing on Joe Biden.
No. Answer this question. Answer this question. What did the Bidens do? What business were they in? Why did they get
can I answer that?
millions and millions of dollars?
Well, no, I would like to ask you a
No,
question.
you start. What did the Bidens do?
I don't know
What
who you're
business
talking
were they
about.
in?
Well, what business is the Comers in? You're talking about lots of people. There's lots of people in the family.
I'm a farmer.
Your
I have land. I
your
lease land.
impeachment
I sell honey.
investigation must identify
What
a
did the
high crime
Bidens
and
do?
misdemeanor.
What did they do?
I'll
for
tell
the
you what Joe
millions of
Biden
dollars?
did. He was a senator of the United States. Then he wrote a book, and he said he made the most money he ever made in his life, millions of dollars on his book, and he gave $1 million
That's
away
what
to
his
charity.
family did. That's why Ukraine, Kazakhstan, Romania, China, Russia, that's why they paid the Biden family money, because of Joe Biden.
None of those governments paid anyone any money.
Somebody needs therapy here, but it's nobody on our side of the aisle, okay?
Because
No,
back to the
honestly,
China hearing. Back to the China
you
hearing.
had your chance.
Order,
I would
order.
like my time restored.
Well, no, your time was
I would like
expired.
you-
I've
no,
given
you
3
interrupted
extra
me.
minutes.
I want my
No,
time
you had
restored.
your time. You went above, and I'll let Miss Dortie go a minute.
You know what?
Here, sit down, everybody. Come back. This is about China. We asked a simple question. No, Miss Presley, you're out of order. Sit down.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman,
No.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman,
Mr.
can I make a motion that we take a break for 5 minutes?
We're going to keep going. We'll let the record show that Mr. Raskins could not answer the question.
First of all,
what did the Bidens do to receive the money?
Let me start with this. My last name is Raskin, okay? We've sat next to each other for more than a year. You don't have to add the S. Number 2, I would like my time restored. And number 3,
No, you have
not
your time. You're
identified
out
a
of
single
order.
crime.
No.
Well, what is the crime that you want to impeach Joe Biden for and keep this nonsense going?
Well,
Why? What is the crime? Tell America right now.
You're about to find out.
What
very
is the
soon.
You're
You're about to find out
Name
very
it.
soon. Chair
We
now
inhabit
recognizes
a
Mr.
propaganda
Biggs from
experiment.
Arizona.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. By the way, how are you doing? Good? Okay. Mr. Bobulinski, over here, how are you doing? Good. So I just have a question. We've been at this for 15 months now in oversight. I know this is your first time here, but do you think Chairman Comer has proven that Joe Biden has committed a high crime and misdemeanor?
I believe with all the evidence he's gathered, yes, he's proven that Joe Biden has committed high crimes and misdemeanors.
Okay, and so I assume you believe Joe Biden should be impeached.
Well, that's up to you guys.
But do you believe he should be impeached? It's yes or no.
Do I personally believe
Yeah,
or
you.
under constitutional?
No. You personally, do you believe he should be impeached?
I do.
Okay, and you believe that because you believe Chairman Comer has proven that he committed a high crime and misdemeanor?
No, because I know that he committed high crimes and misdemeanors.
Okay.
I was involved and saw them happen.
Right, but obviously, with all the evidence, you must believe that all of these hearings for 15 months, that the chairman has proven that, right?
You re-asked the question?
Sure. I'll sum it up. I assume you believe he should be impeached, but my point is that the chairman has not yet moved for that. And so, look, Chairman, we got like 3.5 minutes here. I mean, let's just do the impeachment. I mean, why continue to waste millions of dollars of the taxpayers' money if we're going to impeach because you believe you've shown he's committed a high crime and misdemeanor? What are you waiting on? Let's just do it. I mean, by the way, we got Chairman Jordan here also, the double chairman. Why aren't you guys calling for the vote in your committee? When is it going to happen? When can we tell the American people you're going to stop wasting their money and just call for the vote on impeachment?
Gentlemen,
I mean,
yield. Gentlemen, yield.
Sure.
We don't do snap impeachments like you guys. We actually do the facts. We do oversight
So
according to the
you're
Constitution.
never going to call for it. You're never going to call for it. I mean,
Now you can
2
predict.
months.
You can predict the future. How
Well,
do you know?
You guys only have 6 more months probably in power, right, until the election. So are you going to do it in 2 months? Are you going to do it in 3 months? Like, tell the American people.
Does
can
the
we get a date?
Constitution put a time limit on oversight?
So
I don't think I didn't read that in the
So that means,
Constitution.
if you believe you can't call for the impeachment now, then what you're admitting is you haven't yet proven that he's committed a high crime and misdemeanor. You haven't proven it yet. Otherwise, you would call for it, I assume.
We're doing our work.
Okay,
doing our
so
investigation.
they haven't proven it, right? They haven't proven he committed a high crime and misdemeanor. Otherwise, we would call for impeachment. So I just, look, the chairman knows me well. I mean, I'm just here to help him, right? And so I just think we should do it today. Let's just call for it. I'll make the motion, Mr. Chairman. I want to help you out. You can second it, right? Like, make the motion to impeach President Biden. Go ahead. It's your turn. You second it. No, nothing. Okay, we got nothing. So I want to, with my last couple minutes, show the American people that they're never going to impeach Joe Biden. It's never going to happen because they don't have the evidence. Okay, this is a show. It's all fake. They just want to do these hearings. It's not leading to impeachment. They're lying to their base on Newsmax and Fox, leading these people to believe that they're going to eventually impeach the president. It's not going to happen at all, ever. Period. They don't even have the votes, even if they had it in committee. They don't have the votes on the floor. They know that. They got members resigning rather than taking a vote on the fake, faux impeachment. Just ask Ken Buck, who said the speaker ain't going to get me to take an unconstitutional impeachment vote. I mean, boy. I mean, so, look, I mean, if these hearings were a success, right, if what we've been doing for the last 15 months had convinced the American people that Joe Biden committed a high crime and misdemeanor, you can be damn sure they would have called the vote by now, right? But they want it to go on. They either want it to go on because they don't have the evidence.
Are you asking me a question?
No, I'm just looking at you.
Oh, okay.
But if you want to talk to me, we can talk.
Well, no, I think you haven't read recent data that shows the American people are well aware of the Biden's corruption.
Perfect. So then ask the chairman why he hasn't called for impeachment, Tony. He's right here. Ask Comer. Hey, Comer, how come you haven't called for impeachment? I'll do it. Watch. Hi, I'm Tony. Hey, Chairman, how come you haven't called for impeachment? When are we going to have the hearing? When is the vote going to happen? I mean, you believe it. He believes it. He says it every day on TV. I just don't know when we're going to have the vote. I mean, let's just go. We can save the taxpayers millions of dollars. So, I mean, look, I used all of my time to show that this vote is never going to happen because they have no evidence on Joe Biden. I yield back.
Gentlemen's time's expired. Chair now recognize Mr. Burleson from Missouri for 5 minutes. Reserve a point of order. Mr. Frost is recognized for 5 minutes to explain his amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm offering an amendment to this misguided resolution that would essentially work to take out the lies and the smoke and mirrors and insert the truth of the matter before us. And the fact of the matter is that Chairman Comer has a history of selective treatment of the facts presented to him that would really make any witness concerned about any kind of closed-door procedure or deposition. My amendment outlines how last month Chairman Comer tried to push this fake impeachment by selectively talking about a truck that President Biden initially made payments on while he was still a private citizen that his son, Hunter Biden, later paid him back for. The month before, Chairman Comer selectively released just a one-page of a 4-page email chain to falsely claim that regulators were concerned that Hunter Biden was money laundering when that wasn't true. What the chairman selectively forgot to share is that the other 3 pages of the email directly contradicted his claims. Regulators explicitly stated that the transactions were reasonably and consistent with the business profile, and that's a quote, and that the entity was transparent. And it doesn't stop there. My amendment outlines how the chairman has misrepresented the mountain of bank records that show no wrongdoing, the fact that Chairman Comer has only released 2 of the 17 witness transcripts so far. We want him to release the transcripts. And we also know that the chairman has interviewed some of Hunter Biden's associates, and it seems that to the rest of America and no dirt could be found, and because of that, they wanted to bury the truth. But the truth is out because the truth is that this has been a complete waste of time. Republican claims all throughout this case barely hold up to the slightest bit of scrutiny. And it's not just me saying that. We've heard it on Fox News. We've heard it from the Wall Street Journal, the Washington Post, CNN, and others who have been investigating the chairman's false claims of evidence against President Biden. And once again, it's been said time and time again, Hunter Biden took us up on the offer of sitting in that chair in this committee and publicly answering questions so that way the public can see it and so that way he doesn't have his words misrepresented in a closed-door deposition. And what this works to do is give the entire story. If you're going to vote to hold him in contempt, at least vote yes on this amendment so we can include the full story in this piece of legislation. It is the fear of the truth that has stopped the chairman from accepting Hunter Biden's offer to testify publicly, and my amendment essentially lays it all out on the table. I urge adoption of my amendment, and then let's move on and do the real work of the American people, especially in these difficult times. I yield back.
Does any other member wish to speak?
Mr. Chairman, I have a parliamentary inquiry.
Chair recognizes Mr. Donald.
Mr. Chairman, my inquiry is this, that considering, though it seems to be we're going to be going into these amendments where the context of the matter at hand has been debated since 10 a.m. this morning, I would move, Mr. Chairman, that further debate on amendments will be considered under 20 minutes of structured debate in total, 10 minutes for each side of majority and minority on the committee to fully debate the merits of each amendment going forward, Mr. Chairman. That's my question for the parliamentary.
Mr. Raskin.
Yeah, but I would move to accept that and move by unanimous consent that we accept that proposal.
So without objection, so ordered. 10-minute debate on each side. Does any member wish to debate
Mr. Chairman.
further?